Hi there, welcome to 3Spoonies. We are your hosts, Claire, Joe, and Karen. This is episode 31, where we will be discussing lazy marketing. Join us as we dive in.
At Grow Radio, we've launched and supported countless podcasts, and we'd love to do the same for you. Just hit record and we'll handle the rest. No editing stress, no technical faff, just a great podcast released exactly when you want. We've helped business owners, coaches, creatives, and community leaders turn their ideas into professional podcasts. Whether you're sharing industry insights, telling incredible stories, or growing your brand, we make the process simple and stress-free. Want to learn more? Our workshops and courses will guide you through everything from planning to promotion. So, if you're ready to bring your podcast to life, let's chat. Message us on social media or reach out to Gary Jones, the founder of Grow Radio. We'd love to help you get started.
I'm Claire from Sparkle's Gift Boutique.
I'm Joe from Brightcap Business Solutions.
And I'm Karen from Pony Pony Pony.
And together we're 3Spoonies navigating our way through life and business with not enough spoons. And I think we're definitely feeling it at the moment still. So if you see our spoons, do send them our way. We need all of them. So this week we are discussing...
If anybody's got any extra, we'll take those too.
Oh yeah, we'll take extra, always. I don't think ours can be found, so we need extra. So this week we are talking about lazy marketing, and for this one I'm going to hand over to Jo because she is more of a marketing queen than me. I'm awful, so I will be taking all the tips that she can give me.
Well, you know the theory behind it, you're just bad at implementation.
True, I know how to do it.
It's all right, most people are, even if they know what they're doing, they're really bad at implementation because they think it's this huge thing and this massive beast that needs to be tamed. And it doesn't have to be that way, especially if you don't have the spoons to do it. You can be a very lazy marketer, which is why we thought we'd cover this topic. So the best way I find to be lazy is to chunk stuff. By that, I mean, say you write blogs for your marketing, sit and write as many as you can, because once you get into the flow of it, it can be quite easy to keep carrying on, and it's very difficult to stop and start with all marketing tasks, I find. So yeah, if you chunk things, and if you've got enough brain to write 12 or one a month, go for it. You're done for the year. You just need to upload them and wherever you're doing, and then promote them. Things like social media, chunk those too. And I would say use the same stuff for all your social media channels that you can. Obviously, some just do video like TikTok. And now Instagram has changed its ratio. But you can just resize the images you have. Karen, you are also a marketing type person. Are you a fan of lazy marketing?
I think it depends how you mean lazy, because I think there's some people who are like, I want to put out one post and go viral and make $1 million. And it's like,
it's not how it works.
I mean, it'd be lovely, but it's just not realistic.
No.
Or you see people go, oh, how can I promote myself with no money, no effort, and no decent ideas? And it's like, well,
one of those has to change at least.
Yeah, I think the thing, if you're going to be lazy, and by lazy we don't necessarily mean like you just don't care. It may be you've only got so much energy to dedicate, and which is fine and which is reasonable. And unless your job is marketing, you shouldn't be spending all your time marketing, because that just doesn't make sense. But if you can be strategic, plan things out, spend more time now creating things that will free you up in the future, and also looking at what you want to be doing. If you've got plans for the year, what are your key moments? Are there any deadlines you have to meet? Are there any things you want to launch? Get that planned in advance so you haven't got a last minute panic, which will probably be ineffective and will probably end up using more energy than if you'd sat down in advance and thought, well, what do I actually need to do, and work backwards from it.
I'm also a big fan of evergreen content. Things you can create once and then keep putting out there. Blogs are another good example of that. They last for years. And if you keep putting it out, you might get in front of that new audience. Or things like user-generated content, your testimonials, your reviews, things like that. Make them pretty, keep putting them out there. Or if you have, especially if you're a service business and your services aren't changing, make a set of posts. Put them on an auto list for when you want them to go out with all your other stuff, and just keep going out. It's not, don't put in the effort. Again, like Karen said, it's put in the effort now, create what you need, especially if you can, it's something that you can use more than once, and then sort of fill in the gaps around it, get it ahead of time, and just put it out there. So you're not on that constant panic of, oh God, I've got to put something out there to market myself.
And also look at your results as well, because if you found you've gone off the boil, which can absolutely happen, look at why that happened. Is it that it was an unexpected emergency and there's not always a lot you can do about that? Or is it that you spread yourself too thinly and you just burnt out? Is it that you hate the form of marketing you're doing at the moment? Because if that's the case, it might be worth looking at what else is out there. And maybe it's that someone said, oh, you have to do this form of marketing. But if you absolutely hate it, do you have to? Is it something that could be outsourced? Is it something you could do a bit differently? Like, don't feel guilty because you don't want to do something you absolutely hate, because it will just make you miserable. And also look at the results. If you've put hours and hours into something, you've got literally nothing back, is it worth doing it again? It may not be. Like, do you expect instant results from marketing? Not necessarily, but do you expect results? Yes. And if you're putting things out and putting things out and putting things out and putting work into it and putting effort into it and putting your heart and soul into it, and you're getting literally nothing back, look at why that might be. Is it that it's not appealing to your audience? Is it that you keep posting it at 3 a.m. and no one's awake, so no one sees it? Is it that you spent lots of money on something but you didn't really research it first, so it didn't really reach the right people? It's like, is it working? Isn't it working? And why is that? Because if you don't have energy to spare, you certainly don't have energy to spare on activities that aren't working for you.
Especially if, create a marketing plan. Who are you trying to target? Find those demographics, find the best ways to reach them, because then you can pinpoint those efforts. I also had a thought with email marketing. If that is something you do, please tell me you do. If you put out a talking to you directly.
Actually, you know what? I've got better. I've got better at my email marketing, especially towards the last quarter of last year. I've done really well.
I'm proud of you.
Have I done any so far for 2025? No.
Neither have I. It's on my list. But yeah, if you send out a regular newsletter, if you find a formula that works of like what you want to discuss, what you put out, like any tips, blogs, anything you want to highlight, if you've got a particular formula, create yourself a template. Then all you have to do is, like, however often you're putting it out, just go fill it in. And if you can fill it in ahead of time, because it's something you've already got and you're wanting to highlight, do so. And then all you've got to do is fill in your pertinent bits that are relevant now. And again, you could do that for a whole year if you have that type of energy. I used to do that. I used to do that for social media as well. I mean, everything's on auto list at the moment because I'm ignoring it completely. Other than actually putting out our podcasts, everything I put out is on auto list at the moment. I used to do a monthly lot, but I don't have the time at the minute. So there are ways to be lazy, but it's not a lazy not doing. It's how can you make it easier on you? Claire, have you found you hate marketing? I know you hate marketing.
You know what it is? I think it's because I hate social media.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it at all. If I didn't have my business, you wouldn't find me on social media at all. Actually, no, you would, because I do love inappropriate memes. I would stay for that.
That is true.
That's social, general social media stuff, though, not marketing social media stuff. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, but even doing my own marketing, it's like, and I don't know if it's because I make things as well, and then it's like I've got to do the marketing to go with it. So it's obviously advertising what I'm making and stuff like that. And I always have this plan of like, oh, this month I'm going to do so much better. I am doing a little bit better by posting on social media at the moment, which I'm quite surprised at. And I'm just like, if I can do it twice, my goal is to do it twice a week.
It's a good
And
goal.
I'm like, if I can do that, I think for January, I think I've done 3 times a week. So I was like, yay. So that was a really good start to the year. Does it continue? It's a hit and miss. We never know. For me, sometimes if I'm depending on pain levels and tiredness, it's I just forget. And the thought of, and I find it really hard being like a product-based business to schedule ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's
Mm.
like if you're a service-based business, scheduling ahead's quite easy. But if you're making something that, especially if you've got seasonal stuff that changes throughout the year and you're making new products, then it's really difficult to sort of schedule ahead unless you've
Yeah,
got the products in ahead, or at least you've got an example of it ahead. But that
yep,
requires a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work up front.
it is. And I think that's why I find it so daunting. I mean, what I'm doing this year that will fingers crossed stick and be different is I'm setting myself a base unit for what I offer on the Sparkly Gifts. And I've made up quite a collection and I've stuck with one base colour and just done different designs on it, taken a shit ton of pictures so that I can be like, I can advertise different things at different times of the year. And then I can focus on seasonal stuff as and when I need to. And the goal is use them for what you said of like evergreen posts. And then when I'm making new things or seasonal stuff, I can be like, this is what I'm doing at the moment. That's the plan.
I would say gold star, because even though you're a product-based business, you found a way to sort of grab that content and go, this is what I can use over and over, and then I can slot into it, which then puts less pressure on you.
I think
Mm.
kind of neat. My business offered so much, and I love that it offers so much variety and it's all a bit different. But I think taking it down and kind of starting from scratch, if you will, on the base products made it easier to do that
Yeah.
because otherwise it's really hard. And it's I hate it when you see people just posting for the sake of it, and because people have like thousands of items they could get from a supplier. It's knowing what's right. So I thought if I just take it right back down to the beginning, start off with this collection, and I think it's like 20 items. And these are my year-round products for different events and occasions. I can use them for all sorts of marketing. And then as I add bits along, oh, look what I'm doing now. This is new.
Yeah,
So
that's
that is my plan.
Mm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because when I was product based, everything was bespoke or one of a kind. And that's kind of a nightmare in terms of sort of getting your content. So I used to do it that if there was a nice sunny day, I'd get outside and get a load of pictures all at once. And also, if I
Yeah.
was having a making session, I'd put an alarm on my phone to remind me to take pictures. 'Cause I was terrible for getting to the end and going, oh, I meant to take pictures and
The
I
amount of
didn't.
people that have said to me, like, oh, you should go on TikTok and show videos of you making stuff. I forget to take videos. I forget to take pictures as I'm making things sometimes because you just get stuck in that process. And then you're just like, oh, but it's done now. What do I do?
Yeah, I had to set alarms because I get so into making, I'd forget. But yeah,
Mm.
videos of you making like those be real type videos are going so well at the moment. So if you can, it's great. And if you can do a few at the same time, because depending on your setup, finding somewhere you can put a camera or a phone, because like I used to work with blowtorches, which obviously limits the number of places you can position a camera because they're quite melty. So yeah, if I could set it up and do a few things at the same time. So if you've got 2 or 3 different videos that you can use and you don't have to use them straight away, you could stagger those out over if it's even if it's something seasonal and you're
Yeah.
doing it over a few weeks, you could stagger them a bit at least. So yeah, I always try and get if I'm bothering to set up to do a video, I'm like, well, can I do 2 or 3 at the same time? Just to save me the effort of taking it all down, putting it all back up, getting the light right. It's like, oh, have I bothered to brush my hair or whatever else? It's doing 4 videos at the same time doesn't take anywhere near as much effort as doing 4 separate ones.
Yeah.
I've heard that from other people. If they're doing video content, it's a lot easier to do it all in one, as much of it as you can in one go, than doing it on different days and times. And
I found that when I was doing tip videos for YouTube and various other places, I did the lot in one go because they're only short, and it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. Setting everything up to do it once, never mind doing it however many different times, would have been a nightmare. But I do that with all my content. As much as I can do in one go of a particular type of content, I will, because again, like with you making stuff, it's a process. And once you get into that process, don't stop until you're done.
And this is the thing, it's just like all making and, yeah. But before we go on any further, we should have some time for Spoonful of Loveliness, which is lots of great things from our sponsors.
Maddie Alexander Grout knows what it's like to feel invisible. She spent years trying to get noticed in a world that wasn't built for people like her. That's why she created Invisible to Influential, a membership designed to give entrepreneurs and business owners the accountability, body doubling, social media growth and visibility strategy they need to be seen, heard and understood. Whether you struggle with consistency, knowing what to post, or just need a supportive space to show up and take action, this is the place for you. Ready to stop being overlooked and start getting noticed? Connect with Maddie on Instagram at Maddie Talks Money to find out more. SH Policy Support, helping small businesses and sole traders create and refine the policies and procedures they need to thrive. Whether you're looking to streamline your operations, ensure compliance, or build a strong foundation for growth, SH Policy Support offers the consultancy and tailored guidance that fits your unique needs. From startups to established businesses, they'll work closely with you to develop clear, effective strategies that make a real impact. Ready to take your business to the next level? Visit shpolicysupport.co.uk to get started today.
So, yeah, we're talking lazy marketing. And I mean, I definitely fall into that category of if I can do it the easiest way possible, I will. But then I think knowing the more I've got to know you two, it's definitely helped me rethink how I market.
It does tend to help to know marketeers.
It really does. The dream is to be able to be like, here's some money, do my marketing.
Also, I hate the word marketeers, just so you know.
It sounds like some sort of Disney euphemism for some exploited worker.
Yeah.
What, we need a new word for it then? What do we do?
We'll add it to the list.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while. My brain's gone and I've lost my words now.
Sorry. Yeah, but if you can get other people in to help with your marketing, it does help. As a marketeer, I find I hate doing my own. I know me and Karen have discussed this before. We don't like doing our own. So I know how hard it is for other people to do their own, because it can help to have that outside perspective of I can see the vision, I can see where you want to go, and I can see how to get there. But because I spend all my time doing marketing tasks for other people, I don't want to do my own. So I employ a very lazy marketing on mine. As I say, most of it's on auto list. I haven't done a new blog in about a year, but I also want my copywriter back, so I can go, I've got an idea for this blog, please go write it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. If there's bits you can't do or you don't want to do, then if there's someone who can do it better and quicker than you and you're in a position to be able to pay them, then absolutely. Or skill swaps as well, if it's a consistent thing. If, say, I'm good at writing, you're good at photography, and we can swap. And obviously, if that's an equitable thing, I'm not saying like you do me a full day photo shoot and I'll write you 100 words, but if we can make it work. Or collaborating on content as well. If there's something you do that dovetails with someone else. So, if you offer gifts and someone else does chocolates or something, you could do something together and create some content together for that, share each other's stuff, grow your audience. That can be beneficial to both of you. And also to have someone to bounce ideas off, like Joe said, coming up with ideas for other people can be easy. Coming up with ideas for yourself isn't, because you're right in the middle of it and there's things that anyone else would find astounding that is just your everyday normal. So you're like, oh, well, I won't mention that because that's boring. And people are like, no, that's amazing. Tell me more.
Yeah, it's like, for example, doing the videos of creating products. That's amazing. And behind the scenes stuff always does well. What you wouldn't want is a video of me and Karen sort of typing away doing stuff. Though Karen is an amazing speaker, so watching it,
She is, and she does it so well.
whereas I'd be sat at a computer swearing at various programs. That's
You
my
can watch me touch type.
yeah.
It's magic. No, that no one. Yeah, it's not exciting.
Whereas watching a product come together is so. Yeah, if you've got a product-based business, that kind of content is gold dust. But yeah, even if you can't afford to pay someone to sort of do it for you, if you either have someone, either you can bounce ideas off, you've got a marketeer who you can do a skill swap or as a friend, or you can like pay for a session to brainstorm ideas, get the content you need sort of down, and then you can go away and create it. That can really help. We have business coaches, well, at least two of us do, the same one. And she has amazing ideas that we would never think of. And then it's like, now go away and implement. And it's like, yep, let's go. Because it's a new idea. It's partially shiny thing syndrome.
How our website came about.
You're a terrible person. I was taking that time off.
You're welcome.
It was fun. I had a great 24 hours. But yeah, things like that. If you've got business besties, talk to them, ask them what they're doing. And yeah, collaborating on content can really help. Having an extra brain does help, especially if you've got brain fog.
Especially when your brain doesn't want to work.
Yeah.
Also consider going to your local college, university. If you've got students there, a lot of places are looking for placements or projects they can get their teeth into. So you can potentially get someone to do photography for you, or marketing, or web design. There's all sorts of things like that when they want an actual proper project to put in their portfolio, and they'll be able to bring their skills along. And again, bring a completely different perspective, something you may not have thought of or considered, and that's potentially a shed load of content you've got there that's of a far higher standard than you'd be able to do yourself, and it's kind of like a win-win really. So that's definitely worth looking into. I know a lot of people have had amazing results from sort of having a student on board. It doesn't have to be, we're not talking necessarily a long-term thing. Sometimes it can be for a week, a few weeks, something like that, but it's definitely worth considering if you've got enough for them to do, which is another thing. Like if you just like make marketing work, please, and you don't give them any information, that's not helpful to anyone, and you're probably not going to get what you want. But if you can work with them, it's definitely worth the time you've spent to get a load of stuff you wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. I did have another thought and then it ran away. Because they do that. What was it?
So it's so frustrating, isn't it? It's just like, it was there.
Right there. The problem is when someone else is talking, you then have to hold the thought there until they stop talking. I hope it's not gone. Same with most of that. Marketing's quite a difficult one. You have to do it. Oh yeah, that was it. Don't worry about your stuff being perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, some people will judge you, but they're not your clients or customers. Done is better than perfect. You can refine later. And if you do, as you do stuff more, you'll get better at it. But yeah, don't worry about stuff being perfect. Just get stuff out there. Because
absolutely.
If nobody's seeing you, you're not visible.
Yeah, it's better to have something out there than nothing whatsoever, especially if you've gone off the boil. It's better to have something to go, oh, well, not post anything until it's perfect. Although having said that, like if you have had a break for whatever reason, if there's been a break anyway, it's better to take slightly longer to sit down and plan it out properly than panic post a few things and then a week later you're in the same position. And especially if you're using meta platforms, because they will punish the life out of you if you stop posting.
Yeah, I mean, don't panic post. If you stopped, create yourself a marketing plan so you know what you're doing. But yeah, your content does not have to be perfect, especially video. People like video to be authentic, especially in business. Obviously, you've got all your influencers and everything's polished, but they've got an entire production team behind them.
It's also be realistic about how much you are producing. That could be part of the problem. That if you're posting once or twice a week, and you post once or twice every week, that's great. Algorithms are happy. You're out there enough that people know you exist. And that's probably, you can stick to that. If you're trying to do every day and it's burning you out, take a step back, look at what you can do and what you can keep going as well. Because if you stop start all over the place, that inconsistency is going to be a problem for you. So better to do less, but keep at it. And if you need to put reminders in your diary, oh, this is when I'm about to run out of content, I need to sit down and have another plan or get some more stuff together, or this is when I run out of videos or whatever else. And, do it before that date so you've got time to sit down and again get as far ahead of yourself as you can, because it just takes so much pressure off.
Yeah, and go, I've got 6 months of content. I will do some more on this day, and then 6 months later, after the deadline, then I didn't do any.
Also, might be a nerdy thing, but the value of folders. If you've got evergreen content, make sure it's in a folder so it's easily accessible. So if you've got like product pictures here, or stuff for Christmas here, or maybe you've got a collection of memes or interesting articles that aren't time dependent, but you can trot out later, make sure you know where they are, because there's no value it being somewhere in your downloads folder, because you'll not find it, you'll not actually use it. Whereas if you've got folders of stuff that you can bring out, so, maybe there's stuff for the run up to Christmas or for summer. If you know where it is, you can bring that out next year. If it's still relevant, absolutely still use it. There's no reason not to. People won't remember everything you've ever posted, and you'll have new followers who didn't know you existed this time last year. So anything you put into a newsletter or something else is going to be new to them, even if it's not new to absolutely everyone. And yeah, be collecting bits and bobs as you go along that you think, oh, that's interesting. If it's not too time dependent, but it's something that's useful. So, it could be how to gift wrap something, things, tips to improve confidence, stuff like that. You can share other people's stuff. It's fine. So have that to hand. So if you do have a week when you're just like, I can't this week, it's much easier to go into your folder of stuff for when my brain fails and post something than it is to do something from scratch. So have all of that available and know where it is as well, because I'm sure we've all got stuff on our phones, on our computers. If we went through now, it's like, oh yeah, I meant to do something with that. We didn't, because we got distracted.
Yeah, also, if you have regular words and stuff you like to use and actually want to write the posts, keep a Word document with those pictures or your graphics, and then you don't even have to think about what you're saying really much, just edit it a little bit, because words are usually my issue. They fail me.
Oh, I know that feeling. I think that's what I find hard sometimes with the marketing. It's my brain is just like, if I had to kind of talk to someone about what I'm doing and trying to sell, I could probably do it better in that sense. But trying to put it into words for a post, my brain just goes, there.
You're kind of lucky in that you have products and they kind of speak for themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to put some words with it, which can be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do see a lot, especially on Facebook, you get a lot of lazy posting where they'll just post an image of whatever they sell for a company and no words. And I'm like, don't just sell me and like tell me why this is good. Why would I want it? Because it does actually
Yeah.
put me off wanting to even purchase from that person, even if it's something I really want.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, absolutely. Always have
Yeah,
tasty words.
and put prices on it. Like people aren't going to be scared. And it's another bugbear. Might be off the tangent as well. When you're like, oh, how much is this? Oh, I'll inbox you. Put it on the bloody post.
Scam, scam, scam. Even if it's not, my brain is like, uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
I,
like, okay, what are you hiding?
yeah,
Yeah, be transparent, 100%.
I actually had a conversation with a client recently about sort of putting prices and stuff on your website, because there's a whole debate of whether you should or you shouldn't. But I've seen these discussed on social media. If your prices are not easily accessible, people will assume either they can't afford it or you're going to change your prices depending on who's asking, at which
Yeah.
point they're leaving. Or, they're just going to look at no prices. I'll look at the next person. Maybe
Mm.
there's no prices. But yeah, posting on social media, especially if you've got products, tell people how much it is.
Yeah.
Then they'll know, can they afford it? And do they want it? and
Exactly.
to you, instead of you having to then message everybody what the secret price is.
But I find if I put the price on the post, because otherwise if people message me like, what's the price? I'm like, my brain will go dead and I'm like, what is it? So I'm like, I have to check the website or check the spreadsheet of all my pricing and stuff. So by having it on there, when I remember to do it, is actually, it just saves so much time. And people are going to know. So if they want to buy it, they're going to contact you.
Yeah. That makes considerably less work for you as well.
Absolutely. We love lazy marketing. You know, it's like, don't be too lazy that people avoid you, but be clever lazy.
Yeah.
Well, that, and always include some sort of a caption or alt text or whatever else, even if it's a video and you're like, well, I explained it in the video. And it's like, that's fine if someone looks at the video, but if their phone's on silent and you've got no captions, which you should have anyway, use the Instagram ones, they're very good. But put something in the caption, both so the algorithm knows what it is, depending on where you've put it out. Google may pick up on it as well. If you've got no words, it could be the best picture in the world, but no one knows what that is. No one who's randomly searching is going to come across it. So make sure you have explained things. And like you were saying earlier about having those back to basics things with things like, I don't know, a price list of services. Don't assume everyone knows, because people won't know everything you do. And maybe they've just come across you. So do include those basics, because you're doing people a disservice. And some people are like, oh, I don't want to be salesy. It's like, it's not being salesy, letting people know what you do. Don't assume that everyone knows. It's like, you know, if anyone's ever gone to networking and someone's like, oh, well, you all know what I do. No, I don't.
There's always someone in the room that doesn't know what you do. So it's like,
or doesn't know that you offered a particular thing.
Yeah.
I think that's about wraps us up.
I was just about to say, I think that covers our lazy marketing. I can't think of anything else. I actually do more marketing than I realised, but that's clearly from knowing you two for so long. You're rubbing off on me.
You just absorb it.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah. So I learn and I get into practice in small places. I will add though, when you're doing your marketing, don't spread yourself thin. Stick to one platform that works for you if you need to at first. If you go to others and you find you're not posting, sack it off. No one cares.
Our job here is done, Karen.
I think so. And if you need help with your where to post on social marketing, Karen does some fabulous courses, just saying.
Absolutely does.
Yep. So thank you for joining us, 3Spoonies, on our episode on lazy marketing. We would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Please be kind. And don't forget to subscribe to our weekly podcast and leave us a review. You can find us on social media, and we would love it if you would join us in the Business Success Network for Disabled Entrepreneurs Facebook group. And if you like what we do, you can also buy us a coffee. All of the links will be in the show notes. We will see you next week for community questions. Have a great day and keep track of your spoons.